Good evening and welcome live from Gilbert, Arizona. We're at Fox Cigar Bar. Beautiful location tonight. It's great to be on venue for this. Mitchell Fox is going to join us in just a little bit. Mitchell, no hurry.
I'm coming shortly, I promise.
Okay, no hurry. He's got
anticipation.
Okay,
makes
perfect.
Everything better.
Perfect. No worries, no worries. We're going to get to meet the man, Mitchell Fox, here in a little bit. But we are live here in Gilbert, Arizona, and this is Gourmet Smoke Session number 6. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone out there. We've got a really special show for you planned tonight. All sorts of exciting things going on. As I said, as you can see, we're live here in person. Really special to be able to do this, and we've got a great location here. Honestly, this really feels like this should be my backdrop for everything, so the bar has been raised. But we got a really great show, great meal package for you. We have the official launch of the Meceta De Oro this evening as well. But we're going to get into this show here, and we're going to start cooking. Don't worry if you're cooking along at home. The grill cam, as you see, will be on the bottom corner here, just above the Hacking Gourmet logo throughout the show. Kyle Shackleton, our meaterator, will not be with us this evening. But we do have two very special guest meaterators, and if you were paying attention very closely at the beginning of the show here during the intro, we have our friends Matthew Tobacco and Smokin' Nicole from Smokin' Tobacco. So welcome aboard.
What up, gang? We're here. We're excited. Fresh off the Smokin' Tobacco show. We're doing a double header.
So I just realized I forgot to set one scene up. So we're going to set the scene up. This is the grill cam. This is me. This is you. This is all of us at the same time. So now we're here on the same screen. I did miss the Smokin' Tobacco show tonight, so for the viewers that are watching that, I apologize. How did the show go?
It went very well. It was a good show.
You know, so I bought this blinky light thing here for St. Patrick's Day, and it's not working very well. I've had a very interesting few days setting this up. As I said, this is the first session, guys, that I've done really on site and live in person, away from one of my home bases, whether it be up in the Northeast or down in Florida. So there was a lot of unforeseen challenges with this. There were some delays getting things sent out here and set up. So there's a lot of craziness going on. So if you're watching at home and seeing this put together, it took a lot of work from my entire team at LFD and the team here at Fox. So thank you to everyone that was behind the scenes getting this set up so we could do this. And thank you, Matthew and Nicole, for joining us this evening and being part of it. So what are you guys smoking tonight?
We're both smoking the 1994.
So I've got a couple different things here. The 94 is my everyday go-to cigar. Nice medium body, real clean, smooth on the palate. By the way, if you're watching this show, we will have cigar specials running this evening. The website here at Fox Cigar is www.foxcigar.com. They're one of the premier retailers of online premium cigars in the United States, and they have a really unique, special way of packaging their products. They take a lot of mindfulness in delivering these products to you and doing something that's unique and different from other online retailers. So if you have an opportunity, I highly recommend jumping on their website, foxcigar.com, and checking out all the LFDs that are on there. And we're going to get into it here in just a moment and show the Meceta De Oro, which is now live on the foxcigar.com website. So if you jump on there, you can get the Meceta De Oro, which is exclusively for St. Patrick's Day and for Gourmet Smoke Session number 6. But I'm not smoking one tonight, guys, and you're probably curious as to why I'm not. I'm not smoking one because the Meceta De Oro is going to arrive tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in Arizona. Today is St. Patrick's Day. That is the St. Patrick's Day cigar, but our friends at the FDA made it quite challenging for us to get a new SKU into the United States. So through some haggling, we did finally get it officially released this evening, and it's as we speak on an airplane from Miami on our way to Arizona. So if you do jump on the website and you see that there's has a disclaimer about the delivery date, you get those ordered. Fox Cigar will have those tomorrow morning, and they'll get them headed your way. But that's why I'm not smoking one of those this evening. But I have a Ligero 500 cabinet that I'm smoking, and I also do have two of the Mysterios the cigar formerly known as Lucerio. It's the TCFKAM. I have the natural version of that here that I'm going to smoke. And this is the cigar that the Meceta De Oro was based off from. The big difference being that the Meceta De Oro, as we'll see here in just a moment, has a Candela wrapper, which is a green wrapper. So yeah, I'm excited about tonight, guys. We've got a food package that we're going to jump on here in a little bit. We've got a really exciting menu. It's going to take us about 45 minutes to prepare that. That's why I'm taking a few minutes here at the beginning. But we've got a fun setup. We've got cheese platters set up on the side here. We have our drunken cheese here on the side. We've got an Irish cheddar cheese platters with mixed nuts, dried berries, fruits, all sorts of unique cracker setups. And then we're also cooking here tonight. We have a prime filet mignon we have for the guests here in person. And we're also doing the Wasabi Scallops here tonight, which we'll be cooking here on the show as well. So let's get into the food package. So here we go. We're going to jump on over to the grill can here.
So Nicole, as someone who is Irish and has had Irish cooking, how accurate is this line up here? Yeah.
I will tell you, we're not going to be having a very traditional Irish meal, but it is green. And I will tell you, I'm a big fan of boiled dinner. But I will tell you one thing, that the guests that have walked in tonight, when they asked if we were having boiled dinner, I tell them no, we're having filet mignon. They're like, oh my gosh, thank God. Like, that sounds so much better. I love boiled dinner, but it's a one-time-a-year type thing, right? Why, this is the day for it, but we're going to do filet mignon. So here we go. We got the grill, brand new grill here. They bought this just for tonight. I've got this on medium heat. We're going to be cooking with propanes. But the meal we have from meatandbone.com, we'll jump on right here real quick. So we have the Fogo charcoal powder, and then we're also going to be doing tonight Wasabi sea scallops. So we've got Wasabi sea scallops here. We've got Nicole and Matthew back on the show. No problem. And then we got the Wasabi sea scallops here. So we're going to be doing that as well. These are U10. So what that means is there's under 10 per pound. So if you bought this package at home, you're noticing that these are some pretty big scallops. We're going to do these up real basic, real simple. We've got our meat and bone sauce right here. If you'd like, you can put that in some water and warm it up. But it's fine just at room temperature or cool. We're going to be garnishing that over the top of our scallops. But we'll go back to the grill cam here. As I said, you can jump on meatandbone.com. Meatandbone.com has this food package for you. All you have to do is go to the search section and type in hacking, and it'll pull up this gourmet smoke session package. And it will pull up any of our packages from our past 5 gourmet sessions as well. So here we are back on the grill cam. So, we got the tri-tip here. We checked out, we saw where that was from. Got the Nikos knife. Sharpen this baby up today. So you take a look at this tri-tip here. The tri-tip for me is one of the best examples of grain. So when you cut against the grain, you can see here, when we cut this up, we're going to cut against the grain. So the grain's working this way, so we're going to cut it this way. So this tri-tip here, and tri-tip in general, is a really good demonstrator of that term grain. So you can see here where the marbling's at. Really nice cut of meat. We're going to hit this with a little bit of olive oil to get started.
So John, did you pre-season that grill at all? Brand new grill?
I hit it with some olive oil. I took a towel, put some olive oil on it earlier. I've had the grill on for about an hour, warming up and burning off anything that was on there. The cool thing is about this grill, I'll tell you, they did one thing right, really right, is they actually put on, purchased a grill that had the cast iron grill grates. So this has cast iron grill grates, which is great. It really holds the temperature well. So I didn't do anything other than just put some olive oil on a towel and put that on there and let the grill heat up for the last hour or so just to burn off anything that was on there. So we got this steak here, put a little bit of olive oil on the top of it. And we're going to season it here with our Fogo charcoal rub. We're going to use this very liberally.
Oh, that looks amazing. Look at that thick coating right on top there. Massage that right in.
Yeah, massage it in here. And the cool thing about this is the char on this is going to be great because this charcoal on it. It's going to be
So it's going to have like a nice crust, right, John?
Yeah, we're going to have a great crust and great color, so it's going to be really dark. And when we cook this, with the tempered cooking technique, which I'm watching these participate in this before. The tempered cooking technique is a slow cooking method where it takes high heat for a very short period of time and then we have a long resting period. The contrast of the dark outside and the nice medium rare on the inside is going to be excellent. So I've got my grill top closed just briefly. Scallops are going to go on very last. Scallops, you really only have to get them up to about 125 to 130 degrees in the internal temperature. They're very lean protein, so they absorb the heat very, very well. So those scallops aren't going to go on probably to about 645, 635 at the earliest, and those will be the last thing we do. And we're going to use a tempered cooking technique with that too. We're going to hit them a couple times. We're not going to be concerned about diamond grill marks. We want the inside of the food to be great. The outside doesn't have to be the prettiest thing on the planet. I think we've all eaten a lot of good food, or a lot of food that looked great on the outside that wasn't good on the inside. So we are going to do a tempered cooking technique with the scallops too, but those will probably take us about 10 minutes. So we got that here. We've got the grill up. It's heated up real well. It's about 500 degrees here. So we're going to take this baby, throw it straight on this brand new grill. We're breaking it in. Now, this is the first cook, so we're going to go 2 minutes on each side. And we're going to go 2 minutes with the top shut. We're going to do 2 minutes exactly. And then we're going to set that aside for about 10 minutes for a resting period. And once that resting period is done, that's going to be about 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to go on for about a minute on each side again. And then we're going to go for another 5 to 10 minute resting period. We'll start cooking the scallops at the same time. And then we'll do a third cooking and a third heat introduction there, and we'll go a minute again on each side, and then we'll let it rest for the final period, and we'll cut it right up at the end. So if you're watching along at home and you're cooking with us, we're going to have 3 cooking periods here. So this is our first 2 minutes on each side. Keep your eyes peeled on the grill cam. When it's time to put the scallops on, we'll let you know. But in the meantime, we'll jump back to the full crew here and see how get a little discussion going.
Well, Nicole, I must say, I'm impressed with John's layout. And the first gourmet smoking session that I got to be a part of, it was Tomahawk night, and as you know, I love tomahawks myself, so that was exciting for me. And but getting to see John work with different cuts of different proteins, scallops, something that you and I have done several times before, and a lot of fun with. It's always fun. Yeah. It's definitely an interesting combination. I will give you that.
So the last session that we had we did surf and I've really kind of gone to surf and turfs recently. The first 4 sessions we did were real heavy meat. So we had like charcuterie meat. Essentially, we were doing Iberico ham, prosciutto, things like that. And we were doing meats and cheeses and big cuts of beef. So they were really heavy. So the last 2 sessions we've done surf and turfs. So last month of February in Connecticut, we did twin filet mignons. It was date night, and we did a Caribbean lobster tail. And then this session, we changed it up a little bit, and I wanted to continue on with the surf and turf concept because if people have been eating with us along, they'd had a lot of meat. And it was not a lot of, we went through the charcuterie section of meat and bone really quickly, and we'll reintroduce that again. But yeah, this is going to be a fun one, man. Scallops for me, you can really screw them up. You got to know how to cook them. One of the big issues with scallops is some people call them scallops. I call them scallops. One of the issues with scallops is you can tell when they're undercooked because they taste and feel and look like glassy on the inside. But it's very easy to take it to another level and just go beyond that within like a minute or 2 and completely overcook it where it's just a really tough and not enjoyable product and it dries out quite easily. And a tough scallop is not really like a tough piece of meat. And one thing that I just did here, since we're a little bit further away, watching at home.
You didn't take the microphone away, so I can hear you.
Well, yeah, we actually left the steak. We left the steak on the grill cam there. So if you're watching the grill cam, we left it on for about 3 minutes, 3.5. So no big deal. I'm going to flip that steak over, but I'm going to leave the top open this time because I don't want it to absorb too much heat. If you're at home and you didn't leave the top closed there and didn't forget the steak for an extra minute, you can just shut the top for the second run here. But we're going to leave that over there. By the way, I've already since I am eating the food personally that I'm cooking, I get to lick my fingers. I've already licked this charcoal rub like 4 or 5 times. Man, it's ridiculously good. And I've got like 4 or 5 extras, so I'll make sure I send some up to you guys because this charcoal rub is a game changer for me. I've never cooked with this before.
Yeah, we're gonna have to try that. Yeah. I wanted to ask you. So we were in Scallops, and I always remove the muscle off of the back of the scallop because it can be a little bit chewy. But some people actually put that on. What's your stance on that?
100%, it's got to be removed. It's very tough. It's mostly, it is muscle, but it's a lot of cartilage essentially in it. For lack of a better term, this is my lack of knowledge of marine life. I know it needs to come off, but it'd be like eating a tendon. You know what I mean? In like a cow, like you don't want to have tendons. It's real tough, and there's no way to break it down. So I highly recommend removing that muscle. And most scallops that you buy, unless you buy them fresh out of the shell, are going to have that removed anyway. But if you're buying them fresh, which is one of the best ways to do it, you're going to want to cut that muscle off the back because it's not an enjoyable thing at all. And you said you do cut those off, right?
I do, yeah. I always take them off. Nicole always takes them off, but I do know conversations. Some people actually eat them, and I was very surprised to hear that. I didn't think that was the thing, but.
Well, Nicole's microphone's a little low. We're having a little challenge here, Nicole. Yeah, a little bit better. I don't know. But yeah, no. You want to take that off. It's a similar type of thing, but different. Like people would try to say this with like clams, right? Like there's clam strips, and then you get whole belly clams. They have the belly on. It's not the same thing, And I've had people say that too with scallops. It's a similar type of thing. It's not. The belly of that scallop is very different than the belly of that clam is very different than that little tendon essentially of the scallop. So it's not really the same thing, and there's no real flavor benefit. I mean, it's just tough. It doesn't enhance the dining experience by any means. So we're gonna jump over here back to the grill cam. By the way, guys, I'm gonna take the camera here in a bit and show you what else is going on in here because the setup is quite impressive. But I'm gonna get this piece of beef off.
Sounds super loud.
Yeah. So we got this piece of meat coming off here. We're going to let it rest on the side. We're going to give that a good 10 minutes. Shut the top of the grill. Keep it on high.
It's good. It's beautiful.
In about 10 more minutes, we'll be ready to
Take your
roll.
time. Just look at it. Beautiful.
We've got some hungry people here.
Oh, gosh.
They're ready to roll.
Hear them.
And then this is what's going on behind me. And this is really unique. So Fox Cigar Bar has got, and as you've heard, Mitchell Fox is the owner. That's his last name, so it's named after him. This is actually the Rocky Patel Lounge. And if you look off to the side right here, this is where their main bar is at, and the humidor. And then if you go off to the left-hand side where that gentleman's standing down here at the end, this is their private lounge. So right there where I'm pointing out. So that's their private members lounge down on the side. So really special spot, and we're really happy to be here. The weather's beautiful. The venue here for me is excellent. I've got this whole zone here to cook in. It's been great. But I want to show people real quick, because the purpose of St. Patrick's Day and the Gourmet Smoke Session is to always have a special cigar. So we do have a special cigar this evening. It's called the Meceta De Oro, and I'd like to show everybody a little video on that right now. So that's the Meceta De Oro. Really nice looking cigar, beautiful. One of the more elaborate cigars we've done for the Gourmet Smoke Session. You can expect more of this in the future. But here it is, available. It's on foxcigar.com. It's $124.99. I believe they're doing free shipping with that as well, and that'll be ready to go tomorrow. It's a 5-count box, 7 by 55, perfecto, double perfecto, essentially. But really beautiful cigar, and we'll be sending some of these up to Smoking Tobacco for helping out tonight. So you guys up there will get to try some of these, and I hope everyone that's watching with us tonight and those that are viewers of the Hacking Gourmet show and our Gourmet Smoke Sessions get a chance to smoke these, and I look forward to seeing them on social media because they're quite an elaborate smoke.
Yeah, those are definitely very visually pleasing. Cigars, smoking a cigar, but even looking at them, and I've said this before, a lot of the stuff you guys put together, whether it's existing stuff or even stuff you've done for the Gourmet Smoke Session, it's always just so intricate. And we've talked about it. A lot of people think, oh, it's kind of like no big deal. It's easy. And you were saying, like, yeah, trying to cut one of those clothes out of the leaf like that, it's a lot of skill. So hats off to the rollers and LFD as well. Yeah.
It's I mean, if you just look at the intricacy, this is the TCFK AM. I mean, it's a really unique shape in itself, and then it's got the little, as you can see on the video there, they finish it off with essentially a little pigtail type thing, but it's wound around itself. There's quite a bit of time. I mean, that was a 1minute and 28-second video that was chopped up. It takes over a minute and a half to just apply the wrapper and the shamrock. So you imagine doing that. So for this case, there was several hundred 5-packs made for this. So you imagine doing that 2,500 times or 25,000 times 2 or 3 minutes. It's quite crazy. So we do have our special guest of the hour here. My assistant is also starting the Scallops, I believe. Yep, she's getting gloved up, so she's got that going. But Mitchell, please have a seat. You can welcome to the lounge here. We're going to put the steak on while you sit down.
This is great. I love it.
I'm going to give you one of these left here.
Okay.
And we're on with Matthew Tobacco and Smoking Nicole from our friends from Smoking Tobacco. And we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So they'll be able to hear us here shortly. We should be able to hear them. So, Mr. Fox, welcome. Appreciate you having us.
Thank you.
We were just talking about the challenges of
One
making
up with
these.
my bowl here.
Yeah, and you're smoking an Andalusian bull.
Yep.
Oh, great choice.
Yeah. My favorite for sure.
So, Mitchell, can I ask you, interest you in a glass of wine?
Please, absolutely. Why not? When in Rome.
So,
Or Fox Cigar Bar. Either one.
So this is Mitchell Fox from Fox Cigar Bar. He is the Fox. So they've been talking the whole time about. So they've been through all of these sessions with us, and they were discussing about how the venue tonight is by far not necessarily an upgrade. I don't think we'd use that term, but very different than what we've done in the past.
Yeah.
It's unique.
Well, this is what we do. We host people every day, every night. We have people always comfortable here. We got the private lounge. We got the full bar area. Beautiful patio. And in Arizona, we got the weather. So there's not much better, than that. So it's easy to get comfortable. I mean, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. So not too bad, not too shabby.
I got here around 10:30 today, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I know you do as well. And we had a lot of stuff going on. And I talked a little bit about the challenges and whatnot in releasing the Meceta De Oro today, but it is en route. It's going to be
en route. We have a tracking number and everything.
Exactly. It's live.
It'll start shipping tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely.
Can't wait.
I got here at 10:30, and I'll say the setup here, the venue for me to do this has been unmatched.
Try and make it accommodating and easy. Mm-hmm. These events should be fun. We got to work, but this isn't work. If this is my job, hey, I'll take it. I'll take 2 jobs.
And we also talked about your online, and you've really taken a different approach of what online cigar shipping is. And it was hard for me to explain it, but explain what your concept is.
The concept really is an extension of brick and mortar. There's been a lot of focus in the last years on helping out brick and mortar stores and bringing it kind of back to the people that are front lines working every day and taking care of those people instead of the competitive mail order, houses that are taking from that business. So I didn't want to be one of those having brick and mortar that just got into mail order to deep discount and do all of that stuff. We have to be competitive, and we are, but there's other ways to take care of customers, and customers aren't always concerned. Price is not always the most important aspect of things. A fair value and a good price, yes, you got to give to people. But I started with the simplest of things. How about free shipping on every order, no matter what? I don't care if you buy one stick or you buy 20 sticks. You know what? They're going to come back, they're going to buy more sticks than just the one. And I think customers also inherently realize that they aren't going to do that to me. They're going to buy a couple sticks to make sure I get my costs covered. So it's little things like that. It's the customer service. Believe it or not, customer service and a personal interaction can exist online. It doesn't have to be just click send and your order goes in and ships. We make everything personal. We write notes to people. We say hello. We get to know our customers. We curate packages for customers. That's the fun part. So everybody in the warehouse that's pulling cigars, they're tobacconists. So most of my people in there were people that have worked in the humidors here at the stores. So we have a totally different approach. It's different and it's working.
Yeah,
people appreciate it.
Yeah, 100% do. And our company's been talking about this for years, and that's a conversation you and I've had over the last 8 or 9 that we've known each other, where you said people aren't just value doesn't just have to be a discount. The cigar industry's already done that.
It's actually not. I mean,
exactly.
It's ease. No one wants to struggle. I hate shopping around. I hate finding a new dry cleaners, or a new place. I like going to those places where they know you and they know what you want. They know the level of service that you expect. We all like that, and that's what we try and do. And it's a little bit more challenging with mail order than it is when we actually see the customers face to face, but it's really not. It's really not. It just takes a little bit more effort. You got to make some notes and keep track of who's who, and before you know it, you know those customers like you know your brick and mortar customers.
100%. Now, 2 things. One, I got to jump over the grill here real quick, so Matthew and Nicole are going to talk to you. But second, if all of you are watching the show right now, you notice in the upper right-hand corner, there's a fox up there, and it's a leprechaun. One of the things that Fox does is brand products incredibly well. They brand glassware pretty well. I'm not saying I would ever steal glassware, but I've told you and taken
we do offer to sell you the glassware for a little nominal price, of course.
But there's great branding, and one thing they do is seasonal. The Fox is always changing. And
it goes back to that personal interaction. People want this to be fun. Cigars are a hobby for us. We enjoy this. It's a leisurely thing that we enjoy. I want to make the business part of that fun too. I had this cool little Fox Guy logo. I was like, let's dress him up. Let's make it seasonal. Let's give him a Santa hat. Let's make him a leprechaun. So when you see the little leprechaun, that's our yearly one. And when you order one of the packages with the limited cigars that we're going to be shipping out tomorrow, you get, of course, a leprechaun Fox sticker. So what better way to cap off your care package than with a little sticker?
Exactly. Well, Matthew and Nicole are 2 of my closest friends, as well as partners in the Smoke and Tobacco Show, which I do with them, which has been growing significantly last year. So I'm glad you all are having the opportunity to meet. But I'm going to step over the grill and let you all talk for just a few minutes.
Make sure you don't burn the meat.
We're going to do 1 minute on each side on this one.
I can't wait to try it. I can't wait.
So, question for the fantastic Mr. Fox. How many of these events how many events in general have you done with John?
So over the years now, the last few years we've really tried to kick it up, and up until the COVID pandemic, it was pretty regular. Every few months we would try and do something. Whether he was able to be out here or not, I've always been able to work well with everybody there and get interactive. That's kind of part of the interactive thing is the event thing for us is big. You get extra customers in, you meet people, and it's not just a hustle to sell boxes of cigars. It's actually more, and I tell this to the reps all the time, you get a lot of reps that come in for the events, and they think it's all about, well, how many boxes did we sell? And I say it differently. It's like, how many new customers did you get to try your new stick? That's what's cool. When you can get a new customer to do the buy 5, get 1 free, That's more important to me in a lot of ways than selling them the 4-box purchase. We don't ever hustle a customer for that. That'll take care of itself. People are going to buy the cigars they're going to buy to consume. Just get people what they want. I'd rather sell them a variety of packs. It's one of the things we do also. We mix and match. You know, I don't make you buy just one solid box. You buy the 20 sticks, mix them however you want. You know, this doesn't have to be a rocket science. You know, this is a simple thing. We're smoking cigars, you know?
Absolutely. Well, I was going to say, I've done a few of these with John. I don't actually, one of them actually in person, I will say, out of any event I've ever been involved with John. His gourmet smoke sessions, I've seen him get frazzled. Gets fired up about it, gets in his zone. I think it was one of the first ones he did, Tomahawk Night. He's like, bro, I don't have time. And I'm like, oh, okay. He takes this seriously.
He does. He has a true passion. Yes, it's a true passion. Yeah.
Definitely picks it up.
Well, I'd like to bring the culinary chef experience to the cigar lounge.
Yeah, he's got a little vigor to this, you know. So
he's a regular
sometimes,
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, exactly. Borderline, sometimes a little scary, you know, but we'll keep him under control tonight.
He's a big man, you know.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yeah.
Oh man, it's so funny. You know, and I love it. Not only it's about the cigar, but it's also about the experience, the social aspect of it. You know, the COVID situation we talk about all the time on the show. You know, it's as bad as it has been. It's been inconvenient to say the least.
Yep.
A lot of really cool things happen about it because we have done more virtual events like this.
Right.
We've been able to connect with more people. You know, whether it's John's gourmet smoke sessions or it's, some of these other companies have done things virtually. And instead of look at like what Abe did with the Great Smoke, it's down in Spokane.
Yep.
Instead of having an event in person that was like a couple thousand people, you do these things online. You can reach an unlimited amount of people, and it's really special. And I'm glad to see this. Awesome.
Yeah. So we all crave the social interaction, and I think we even took it for granted a little bit before, of just going out and doing normal things. And then when that was taken away from us, we're innovative people. We try and figure out ways to still connect and ways to still talk to people and keep in touch. And this has been, being able to do things like this, has been a great thing. And we will take that away, and I think we'll continue this kind of stuff after. It is nice to get back to having a full house again. It really is. It feels good to go around to shake hands and do all that. But this has been an absolute bonus. So you are 100% correct. It is awesome to be able to do this, and it's just a whole new way of being able to reach people and talk to people. It's nice. I deal with people in all 50 states. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's definitely something that the cigar industry has lacked for a while.
Right.
I think it was just one of those industries that was just kind of the way it was. It was a face-to-face business. It always worked. But then everyone was kind of forced to kind of go outside their comfort zone. And now there's a whole new side to this industry that's, I think, going to take it to the next level.
I agree. I'm going to continue to try to participate in these kinds of things. I think this is wonderful to see. So when he came to me and told me he wanted to do this, I was all in. So yeah, no doubt about it.
It was interesting because when we started these gourmet sessions, which kind of was born a year ago today, I started doing a cooking show, quarantine grilling, because I had nothing going on. I'm stuck in Maine.
You like to eat.
Yeah, I like to eat. Yeah,
it's clear.
Yeah, you lost weight during this thing.
I know. Boy.
Looking good. But so it was born through that, and the concept of doing a virtual. I don't call this virtual. Doing a broadcast and doing an actual show at a cigar shop was not something normal.
And with cooking, how do you do that? Well, that doesn't make any sense. But look, it makes sense. It's working.
We actually had a challenging time getting it started at the beginning and explaining to you. Now, where I'm going with this is uniquely, I brought it up to you and you're like, yeah, whatever, let's do it.
Let's do it.
And it's fine. So it was perfect. So we set this time frame. We probably should have waited another 2 months, but hey, it is what it is. But we're here and we'll do another one. We got other concepts. But it's funny, I actually have a guest here this evening, 2 guests here. part of a group that I'm involved in that I was pitching them a program, they couldn't grasp it. And I was like, I want you to see what we're doing because this is the future of an experience. This food here. How many people just walk by?
It's an extension. It's a beautiful extension.
Yes. How many people just walk by when they're sitting here? What's going on? When can we eat?
Right.
And what are you doing? A live show?
Right.
And now we've got thousands of people watching this.
I love it.
And then we've got the several hundred that we have here, which is great. So it's just a natural thing. So I appreciate you believing in it. And I said, this is.
I look forward to doing more of these and visiting with everybody again. I'm happy to be involved. If you want me back, I'd come back in a second and do this. So, yeah.
So where we're at in the food right now, we've got the steak resting in the second period. We're going to have one more cooking period with that. We're getting to about 6:45 here. The show, we're going to run another 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to go back over to the grill. Mitchell, if you want to get rolling, cheers. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. Forgot about my wine here.
FoxCigar.com.
Cheers to everyone out there. So hope
Cheers.
to do this again and join everybody again, and can't wait for everyone to be able to experience the new cigar. We will start shipping them tomorrow. So thanks everybody.
Anyone you talk to when you're gone, by the way, dinner's served.
Awesome. Thank you. Pleasure, guys.
All right, so
See ya.
guys, we're going to step back over to the grill. We're going to start doing some scallops here. Here we go. Let's go. Got the grill camera on the right-hand side. Very good. Dinner's served, my friend. They're doing.
I can see through the grill cam that John has the signature picture of the cross on.
Mitchell.
No,
Mitchell. Who does he talk to about getting the food thing set up?
or authentic.
Yeah, I got. Well, I went shopping here the other day. When we got to town yesterday, and we had a Crocs store at the mall we went to.
No way.
Yeah, and it was out of control. I'm going back tomorrow, and I'm going to look at some other stuff. But yeah, it was an official Crocs outlet, and I couldn't believe it. But anyway, we're back at the grill here. Oh, it was incredible. So we're back at the grill here. By the way, it's off the side of the grill some cheese, so I'm going to eat a little bit of that. But steaks here resting. Scallops off the side here. One thing I'm going to do, I got this bag of scallops, okay? One thing when you have seafood in a bag, I'm going to take the oil and dump some oil right inside the bag. And kind of massage the bottom part of the bag to cover these scallops in oil. And we're going to put them on the grill here, so. We're going to give this about 2 minutes or so when you get up. Quite quickly. We're going to go about 2 minutes on each side. That'll be 4 minutes total. We're going to set them to the side a little bit. Once we do set them to the side, we're going to reintroduce the steak over to the right because that resting period is going to be just about done. So we're looking at probably 6 to 8 minutes on these scallops overall, 4 to 5 minutes of resting period. We're starting to fill up here. People are starting to get hungry, and I want them to eat, so we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, scallops are on the grill. One thing I did do, I did hit the scallops that we served the customers here, our guests. I did hit them with a little bit of charcoal too, just because I love the stuff so much. It's delicious, so I'm gonna hit that a little bit more here on each side. And I'm not gonna do any lemon juice or anything on this. Pardon? No, I honestly, those scallops were just thawed in the bag that they came in. They came in the temperature-controlled container from meatandbone.com, and then the wasabi sauce is in this box, this container right here. This is the Grill Masters wasabi sauce, and this is made by Meat and Bone. So that's on the side. You could use it as a marinade, most certainly. Seafood, I don't tend to marinate seafood, especially scallops like shellfish. You don't really need to marinate it. You really just put the sauce on the outside, and it's not really going to absorb a lot of that marinade just because of the nature of the protein. But those scallops are sitting here. I've got the grill at medium-high, a little closer to high than medium-high, but than the medium end. Scallops are looking good. Dinner served.
Dinner served?
Have at it, my friend. Cheese, crackers. We've got scallops. Plates are off to the side here.
Utensils?
Utensils, the whole deal.
Thank you. What's your name?
I'm John.
I'm Josh. Pleasure to meet you.
John makes friends everywhere.
What?
Can I show this live on television?
Go ahead.
Look what our friend Josh has here. He loves the cigar so much he's got it in a pipe, finishing it off.
You want me to get in there and show him?
You want to come in and show him? Come on, he's coming in. Josh is coming on. We got live guests. See, this is Matthew and Nicole in the middle here. You're live to thousands of people across the world.
How you guys doing?
How you doing? So how'd you get started finishing cigars off like
So
that?
interesting story. So I'm from California originally, and I wasn't a member of a cigar lounge before I became a member here. And I see a lot of people smoking a cigar with their pipe, and it's because, like, one, it gives it a very slow, smooth draw, and also if you see the cigar, which is very small to the nub, you can smoke it out like that and enjoy it. So that is how I got into it, and also I have pipe tobacco in my locker, so I'm also.
You are a pipe smoker.
So yeah, I smoke pipe on occasion. I did smoke my pipe tobacco today. You know, so it's a lot of work, you know, with the pipe, of course. When you're tapping, lighting, and also cleaning the pipe too. I have pipe cleaners in my locker.
This is definitely the sophisticated way to nub a cigar.
Of course.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And this is not my only cigar. I have other cigars too. I have a Mershon pipe in my locker.
What kind of pipe is this?
So this is a Saviali pipe. I call it kind of like my Gandalf pipe because it's like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, you know? So the long stem actually helps more of the draw of the smoke, either a cigar or a pipe tobacco, so.
Excellent. Scallops. Yeah, we got dinner served, buddy.
Oh, there we go. There's one ring.
Well, thank you very much, Josh.
Thank you,
Appreciate
John.
you, man. Thanks for coming on. Enjoy the food.
Yeah.
So I got scallops on here. I flipped the scallops over. I hit them with a little bit more of the charcoal. I do have some lemon here off to the side for garnish and a little bit of seasoning on top of that. I already put the olive oil on it in the bag. Oh, wow. I'm drinking red wine as I usually do because I'm a huge red wine drinker. If I was drinking tonight, I would pick like a Pinot Noir because you're going to have some seafood here. You want something a little fruity that's not too full-bodied, that's not too robust. Like the cab I'm drinking now is a little bit too robust for these scallops. Scallops usually go great with a Chardonnay for me, buttery and buttery. It's a more comparative flavor concept of pairing. And then the steak obviously is going to go great with red wine, but you got a little bit of both. It's surf and turf. So I'd go with a really rich, creamy, buttery Chardonnay, or I'd go with a nice light, fruity, but fruit forward. So it contrasts with the flavors. Pinot Noir. So a nice Chard or a nice Pinot Noir is what I'd pair with this tonight. We're pairing everything here. I mean, there's people pairing Irish car bombs with it. It is getting a little. It's early here. It's not 7 o'clock yet here, but they're just getting started and riled up. So we'll see what happens. We have tons of food, so I'm hoping everybody gets really hungry. But
I do too. I would love to watch that happen, especially live on the air.
if somebody comes by, I'll get an Irish car bomb and I'll do one. Let me check here. Ridiculous.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, this is this is a thing. All right, so we're back over here. I'm gonna take these scallops off. Rest on the side.
Yeah, we're good, thank you.
You left the microphone over there.
This is fresh. This is fresh seafood. This is fresh seafood, so we don't have to worry about it being bad. Here's some great stuff. So we're gonna set it off to the side. We're gonna set it off to the side here. Let it rest just a little bit. We're not going to let it rest as long as we do beef. This is going to be much quicker. So this tempered cooking method we're using here is going to be much quicker than what we do with the beef. This is maybe going to be 2 minutes of rest time, and then we're going to give it about a minute or so more on the grill. But our beef here, we're feeling it. It's reabsorbing the juices. I like where this is at, but I'm going to put this right back on the grill on high heat, and I'm going to shut the top, and we're going to go about probably 2 minutes on that. Maybe 3 on each side. Courtney, There's been a request online for me to take an Irish car bomb.
Yes.
So could I have an Irish
Here
car
we go.
bomb?
Yes, I'm on still currently, so I will make that happen
Oh,
though.
but you can make it happen.
I'll make it happen.
Do you want something to eat, by the way? You've been watching me prepare it all. So help yourself after you figure out.
Yeah, we can't end this
Thank you. Okay,
broadcast.
he's like in. Yes, I'm so excited. It's all up to me.
Okay,
I'm very excited.
bro, here we go. Steak's on there. The reason I'm leaving this on a little bit longer than I would have, sort of cooking method, is it's all about feel. You gotta feel when you're cooking. So I felt this with my hands. You can see it here. I use this. I didn't texture of it's not right where I want it. The heat. I needed to break down some more of the juices with the heat here, break down the fat. So we're gonna leave it in there a little bit more. It's still gonna come out perfect. But yeah, 2 minutes on this side. We'll flip it over a bit. 2 more minutes. Then we'll give it a resting period. Put those scallops on, and then we're gonna be wrapping it up. How are those cigars smoking?
The cigars are good. Very flavorful. I haven't had one of these in a while.
You've never had a 1994.
No.
Shame on me, actually.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
I tried.
Wow. Yeah, go at it. Yeah, have at it. There's plates off the side here, cheese, whatever. Go at it. It's all yours. Everybody's hungry. They're ready
Do we
to
have an
roll.
ETA or that?
So Courtney's off. She does work here. She was here during the day while I was setting up. They got a great staff here. She was off, but she says, I can definitely make it happen. And she said she was hungry, so she's going to get some food there. I told her, as you probably heard, that she had to get the car bomb before that. So we'll see. I haven't had an Irish car bomb in probably like 5 or 6 years, so I'm actually really looking forward to it. So it'll be awesome. And we also have, you're just seeing in the background here, by the way, you're also seeing Joe Arundel of Rain City Cigars in Seattle, Washington. He also is the president of the Tobacconists Association of America. So we have El Presidente in the house tonight, a good friend. And he's bringing wine. We'll make sure we get, I love double bag. So, we're New England.
I'm just watching this.
Everybody on the show. So there's this wine doubleback that Joe brought for us to consume this evening. And are you familiar with doubleback?
I'm actually not.
All right. It's owned by a very famous New England quarterback. I'm going to give you two
Well, I know it's
guesses.
not- I know it's great, yeah.
So I'll give you the second one. So who's the next famous? Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe.
I was gonna go.
That's awesome. I love doubleback, so I'm looking forward to trying that. Joe came out tonight because I wanted him to see the concept of how we have with the gourmet smoke session, so it's been fun hanging out. We're going to hang out and eat in about probably 6 or 7 minutes here. I'm going to sit down with you, Joe, and we'll have some of that stuff. Thank you. Grab some food, though. So this is a photo chart right here.
I know, me too.
Wasabi scallops.
I could cook
I'm live.
100%. I've cooked like very good.
So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on here. The Fogo charcoal rub's real popular. You got the steak off to the side here. Let's flip this around. Doublebacks, man. I'm glad this is such a good wine. Yeah, really good stuff. This is a 2015. It's nice. It's going to be a little better than what I'm drinking. Here we go. We're going to flip the steak here. Awesome. Thank you. The Irish car bomb showed up.
Oh, here we go. I've been waiting for this.
So through these gourmet sessions, I'll tell you one thing. The one thing I over-order to be delivered is cheese. And Gabriel, my friend and our partner from Meat and Bone, always tells me, he goes, you're always ordering too much cheese. I was like, no, I need it. I always have a ton of cheese left over. And people eat a lot of it. It's just, like, I figure, like, oh, everybody will eat like a quarter pound of cheese. A quarter pound of cheese is a lot of freaking cheese.
Yeah, it's true.
So, anyway.
What do you do with all leftover cheese? Do you just eat it yourself in your hotel room?
Yeah, I cry at the end of the night. No, we Why is there so much cheese left over? No, we actually we'll pass it out to people that are here if they want to take it home with them. I don't put all the cheese out, so we do have some that are in controlled containers, that's still can be stored. So I'll leave some with some people that want it, or I'll send it with some people, or I take some with me. My goal eventually is, as we get better at this, is in person. This was a really good gauge because it was a big evening. My goal with this is to try to pick up the right amount. We're in the right spot, but a little inside look of Hacking Gourmet and the Gourmet Smoke Sessions and what the LFD Gourmet Smoke Session is about is, at the end of the day, it's really about leftover cheese. But I've got the steak on the grill here. It's got its final resting period. Cooking with us, I appreciate Matthew and Nicole sticking around with us because it's still early here. But we're going to have that off to the side resting. I'm about to put the scallops on. But I do want to, for people watching again, I do want to show the cigar one more time. So I just wanted to show that cigar one more time. It really is special. It said you can jump on foxcigar.com. They have LFD products on there you can jump on. Always free shipping. And the Meceta De Oro will start shipping tomorrow morning. It's arriving first thing in the morning. Tracking number, I'm watching it fly across the country right now. So that'll be available at all Fox locations tomorrow, and it'll be shipping out to those watching here. So jump on foxcigar.com for that. One thing I do also want to mention too is the Hacking Gourmet website. This is where you can jump and see all the La Flor Dominicana Gourmet Smoke Sessions. You can also check out any of our partners on here, our friends at meatandbone.com. Also La Flor Dominicana, which these gourmet smoke sessions revolve around. And this is where we announce all the gourmet smoke sessions. So if you jump on hackinggourmet.com, you can see current sessions, past sessions, and you can see all episodes of Hacking Gourmet, as well as details on the La Flor Dominicana Gourmet Smoke Session cigars. So that's where we announce that. And since we're here, we do have our next gourmet smoke session, which is going to be in April, but technically it's not. I'm going to be very daring. I'm doing this on May Day. I'm going to be doing a May Day, and for viewers of Smoke and Tobacco, people know that May Day is always somewhat of a challenge.
This is going to be the true May Day event. It'll literally be 1 year from May Day.
So our session will be on May 1st.
Oh, it's May Day. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but it will be. It'll be May Day Massacre the day before. So this will be the second year in a row that I've been trying to take on this holiday. But we'll be having the La Flor Dominicana Gourmet Smoke Session, the May Day Spring Barbecue Celebration Preparation. To purchase this, you can jump on hackinggourmet.com, but the preparation will involve all sorts of unique stuff. The menu is going to be up on Meat and Bone on Monday, so meatandbone.com on Monday for the May 1st package. We're going to have chicken, pork, and steak, all included in there. We're going to be doing Japanese barbecue, however. So we're going to be doing a Japanese barbecue sauce with all of that. And then we'll also be having the El Dia de Mayo, which is the May Day cigar. And that will be with our friends at the Cigar Shop in Cumming, Georgia. That's about 35 to 40 minutes north of Atlanta. We're really excited about that. My friend there, Tim Clifford, and our partner, an LFD cigar retailer, Tim Clifford, will be a great venue for that. He's got an incredible wine selection there and a great cigar lounge, so we're looking forward to that. So that will be on May 1st, 3 p.m. at the Cigar Shop in Cumming, Georgia.
So, John, what are the chances I can get to watch that Gourmet Smoke session from your apartment, considering I will be in Miami on that day? And rendezvous the following year.
Well, if you'd like to watch it
I can't hear you.
If you'd like to physically watch it at my apartment, that would be quite challenging because they run a very tight ship. Well, even better. I appreciate you all being on with us tonight, and maybe we can do a smoke and tobacco, involvement in May for May 1st, and you can actually do it live from the Kearney, Miami estate.
Yeah, I could cook in your kitchen while you were over there at the shop doing this.
Exactly.
Well, my party here.
All right, so we're garnishing here. We've got the scallops up here on the side. We've got the lemon in the middle. We're going to put some sesame seeds on there, and we're going to take the wasabi sauce and dress it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, what's up with that?
Just a minute, I got it over here. We're going to put some wasabi sauce over the top. Drizzle that over. Alright. It's going to be the grand finale. And then we're going to cut this steak up. So let's go to a full grill cam shot here. As I said, anyone watching, Grill Cam's brought to you by our friends at Meat and Bone. meatandbone.com. You can find all Gourmet Smoke Session packages online all the time. Just jump on Meat and Bone and type packing. So you can buy this package if you're interested in any past packages. And if you're a first-time buyer from them, type in the code MEAT1ST, and they'll give you 10% off your entire order. And they already have really competitive prices anyway. So how I got started with Meat and Bone was I ran into them over a meat shortage, essentially. They said there was a meat shortage going on last year during COVID. So I found some filet mignon, beef tenderloin on this nice website online, and it shipped to my house in Maine. And when I got back to my house, it was in Miami, Florida, down the street from my office, and it was Meat and Bone. So that's how that was born. They had one of the best prices on beef, and it led into this relationship we have now with Gourmet Smoke Sessions. This beef came out fantastic. This is prime tri-tip, cooked medium rare. Good grief. It's charcoal stuff.
I don't mean this stuff here. Yeah. All right. There we go.
Very rich to edge.
It's good.
So here we are. This is your Gourmet Smoke Session number 6. Preparation. This is prime tri-tip with Fogo charcoal, wasabi scallops, live from Fox Cigar in Gilbert, Arizona. Locations in Scottsdale. Also can jump online. And this is what the people wanted. This won't happen every month, but this is what the people wanted. The people wanted an Irish car bomb. So the people are going to get an Irish car bomb. And I'm going to play some Irish music while we do this. We're going to get ready to wrap this show up. It's been a great night. Looking forward to it going a little bit longer here. We're going to eat. We're going to drink. We're going to have a great time. We're going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It's been a great time. So thank you everyone watching. This is the Irish Car Bomb. Cheers.
Oh, there it goes. Down the house.
It was delicious. It was delicious. So, you can jump on foxcigar.com. The Meceta De Oro is available right now to purchase. Free shipping always on all products. Matthew and Nicole, thank you so much for being a part of this tonight. Sorry I missed the show earlier, but I appreciate the friendship, and we appreciate you being a part of this. It was a great time. We're going to have an awesome time. We'll see you again on May 1st for our next Gourmet Smoke Session. That'll be Gourmet Smoke Session number 7. And then we also see you live on Monday, March 22nd, for the next live edition of Packing Gourmet. We'll be talking a little wrap-up from tonight. We'll be smoking the Meceta De Oro on that show. And as I said, that's available now online. But we thank everyone for joining us. Hopefully your meal came out fantastic. Meatandbone.com, thank you for the support. On behalf of myself and La Flor Dominicana, I appreciate everything. Matthew and Nicole, we're signing off. There will be no more Irish car bombs tonight.
Thanks for having us on, John. It was a great time, great event.